Look, more sunset yellowy warm background colors. Season 5 is gorging itself on this more than any other season thus far. It was also warm on the island in general. Summertime had come, and when this happens, a special event occurs at all the stations.
"Come on, Percy," said his driver. "Time to go home." "Please, sir, can I have a washdown first?" "Sorry, Percy, there isn't time. Sir Topham Hatt is waiting for us at the sheds." "There is to be a festival of flowers," announced Sir Topham Hatt.
Ooh, isn't that nice? I wish places in real life would do that. Could you imagine that being done everywhere? From your local barbershop to the auto mechanic garage. Aw, yeah. Not that Percy was paying attention, though. He was too tired to focus.
"My favorite station is Farquhar," said Thomas. "Mine is Maithwaite," said Toby. "Percy, what's yours?" "The docks," he murmured. "Ha," sniffed Thomas, "we can tell." Toby laughed. "The docks are full of fish, not flowers."
Did I just hear a character say the name of a station? I think that's the first time anyone has ever addressed a station by its name. Any time before that, the stops were generalized by the term station. And I don't think Baldwin is saying it right, though. I think that double F is silent. Just Farquhar, not Farquhar. Anyway, Percy wasn't happy with what they said and left a scathing remark at Toby. Yikes. The next day, Percy collected his veggie cargo.
"These are from Maithwaite," said his driver. "They'll display them on the platform." On the way, Percy saw Harold. "Why is Harold buzzing about?" he puffed. "I haven't time for a race today."
Okay, wait a second. Before we go any further, wasn't Percy's driver the guy without the mustache earlier? Now he has one? So do the engine's crew just swap with other cabs every other day? Or does Percy's driver have fast-growing facial hair? What is he going to have next, a goatee? Actually, no, the animal on the line was more inclined to have one, although it was a ram, not a goat.
"I've got just the ticket to get him off the track," cried the fireman. "Food." He found some cabbage leaves. The ram chomped happily away. "Please, can we go now?"
You know, even though Percy is smiling, the way Baldwin said that line made him still sound impatient. Percy is not in a great mood, that's for sure. Unlike the goat who was enjoying his veggie snack. Thankfully, Percy felt a little better when Maithwaite Station was all dressed up.
A little while later, the station was decked with flowers. "Maithwaite will definitely win first prize," decided Percy. He left his coaches and went to a siding where no one could see him.
Now, that's one of those scar your eyes for life kind of faces. Just like in Season 1 with Thomas and Gordon at the very beginning when he couldn't get up. What an odd-looking face mask. But it suits the narration correctly. However, before any snoozing could be done, a ruckus was heard at the station, of which it was soon found out why.
"We can't get into the waiting room," the passengers cried. "Why not?" asked the station master. "The ram won't let us." Everyone looked at the ram, and the ram looked at them. "He's not alone," exclaimed Percy's driver. "Let us out," begged the boys.
Initially, it looked like the ram was the troublemaker and was holding the kids hostage, when in fact it was the other way around. The ram was actually keeping the boys from doing any more damage. I'm just surprised they were able to do that much damage. That's one smart ram if you ask me. But before they knew it, the station was redecorated and won first prize. Percy even apologized to Toby. And darn right he should.
"Here it is. And I'll eat my hat if you don't like it." Then Harold landed. The wind from his blades blew Sir Topham Hatt's hat off. "Bah!" "Well, seems I wouldn't be able to eat my hat even if I had to." Everyone laughed, and the only sound from the ram was a contented hiccup.
Interesting, is all I have to say. This episode was average. Not great, and not bad either. It was nice to see that the island residents work hard to make their stations look pretty. Putting flowers and other decorations around the platform is a great way of making things look welcoming. As to what this story does for any particular character, almost nothing at all. Percy is the engine of focus, but really doesn't learn anything here. The only thing he discovers is a friendly ram to a local station. Yay! I'm pretty sure we'll never see this ram again. Percy himself just insulted Toby only to apologize. Okay, so was anything else done? No. The elements that made this a tad more acceptable were the visuals and music. The theme to be featured for this episode was Percy's, and its rendition is very much soothing. As was Gordon's, gone is the sharp electronic notes back in the first couple seasons. Now heard are softened trumpet synthesizers, and it makes it much more smooth in sound. For locations, we see Tidmouth Sheds again, and revisit Farquhar Station, which hasn't been seen since Season 3. And lastly was our newest spot, being Maithwaite Station. Even the line that runs toward it is pretty. Next episode is Put Upon Percy. Thanks for watching.